So you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to figure out this world of YouTube. You just wanted to make great videos. You know videos are big and important, but you haven't really figured out yet how to win in this YouTube space. You're busy, you're doing stuff all day, you have meetings, you have appointments, and you might be on solopreneur mode where you are starting this up all by yourself, and yet you're trying to win in the video world. I get it. I'm there too, and I'm going to tell you how I got to my first 100 and then 200 subscribers in pretty much 5 months. All right, so let's go. So, and if you look at my own channel, you can go back and see the history. I say 5 months because really I uploaded my first video back in May of last year. So really I've had my channel for over a year, but I really didn't start in earnest learning this art and craft of the YouTube space until really like February of this year, 2018. So between February and July, I got my first real 200 subscribers, which is unimaginable. I had no goals for this, truthfully, and I am in marketing. You know, I was using YouTube really because of a hack that I heard of, read about, where I could get my own captions for my Facebook Live videos I was doing once a month. I was doing Facebook Live once a month there because Facebook was making a big to-do about live video. And so, of course, Facebook rules the world right now, so along with YouTube and Google. So I said, wow, I really need to figure out this space. Really got to figure out this space. So I was doing Facebook Live videos once a month. My very first one was with my sister on my dad's birthday last year, May 23rd. And I would often just interview someone once a month. And even that felt daunting, to just like figure out, like, I remember that very first time we were sitting there trying to figure out where should we do it. Oh, it's got to be a cool set, and we got to get the right mics, and we got to get the right lighting, and who's going to be our camera guy, and what are our topics, and what are our points going to be, and we're going to do this in 30 minutes, and which, by the way, I'm going to flip this over because I will not go over 30 minutes on this with you. And this should be relatively short, but I do have so much to say because I have been in your shoes, brother and sister. I have been there. So let me tell you, it is not easy to get to 200 subscribers. This is not like Facebook. It is not like Instagram. It is not like LinkedIn. It is not like Snapchat. For those of you who do that, I'm not a fan. However, for those of you who've been on all those platforms, this is not the same. It is an entirely different animal over here, as you may have learned. So in my baby infant stage, I can tell you where I am while it's fresh and give you my own insight. I have 10 tips here that are going to be big for you. If you're just starting out, if you have 0 followers, if you have been stuck forever at the same number, you're trying to figure out, why can't I grow? You've tapped out all your friends, you've tapped out all your family and their friends and their coworkers, and where else can you go beyond those people to get more subscribers and more, and therefore grow your audience here? That's what this is about. So I think Roberto Blake said this, that YouTube is like learning an instrument. It is not something you just pick up and play and be fabulous. Even Aretha Franklin, God rest her soul, had to teach herself piano. It did not just boom happen like this. Even people with God-given natural talent have to hone it, have to craft it. And instruments in particular are very technical. There's so much you have to learn. I used to play flute. Our whole family plays something. So I used to play flute in the band, piano. Don't tell black churches that, because I only play for my daddy's church when they need me. And only, not by ear, because our pianists, piano teachers taught us we should not learn to play by ear, because that's bad. You need to learn how to read. So we were forced to learn how to read. In any case, the point is, it takes time. It takes time. There's so much to this. There's such a knowledge base to it all. Not only of the on-air talent, but also all the tricks and tips behind it, the metadata, the editing of video, what software to use, where to get your free music if you choose to use music, all that kind of stuff is so critical, and it just takes time. You just have to do it. And for those of us in the entrepreneur space, Time is so precious. In a perfect world, we would have someone who could do this for us. And so therefore we could just plop down and do these videos and keep moving. And you can do that, but it will cost you money. So until you're ready to invest that money, here are some tips on how you can do it for yourself in the first place. So again, how to get to 0 to 200 followers. Today I'm at 215. Thank you to all my 215. I hope please stay here, and I hope please, that you'll spread the word and continue to allow this channel to grow, because this is fascinating to me. And now that I'm in the space, it is very fascinating to me to learn how this all works. So, again, one of the number one things here is consistency. And we'll talk about that. Right now I'm doing once a week. A lot of people say do once a day. There are people who say do more than once a day. One time, honestly, I followed a guy that was doing once a day, even more than once a day. It was annoying. These little notifications comes up all the time. It was so annoying. I was like, why, Jesus? This is horrible. So why people, I don't know. However, and I told you, doing Facebook Live videos, which were 30 minutes a piece, those were hard to pull together once a month. I had to find someone. I was talking to someone. It took me forever to go live for the first time by myself, because it was so much easier to interview with someone where you have someone to play off of than to sit here and talk to this camera, which is my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, which I did not always have. So as you'll see, if you go back to my first video, that was so horrible. And to my credit, it was a live video in a not so great Wi-Fi space. So yeah, really come a long way since there. So now, a couple of things. Let's go through this real fast. I'm just talking to you forever and I'm sorry. So number one, verify your channel. Get your channel verified. So there's an easy way to do that. You just go through your channel customized settings and you look around. You'll notice a verified section. You just follow the instructions. I think you can have it text a number. It's just to verify that you're real. You're a real person. And so that's really easy to do. I just did it for a client. Not hard at all. Here's the reason why you want to do that. Number one, you want the ability. It's going to open up a lot of opportunities for you of things you can play with on YouTube that you want to be able to customize your channel. But the most urgent and most important thing are your thumbnails. The image thumbnails for your videos. You cannot customize those until you have a verified channel. So get your channel verified. Takes less than 5-10 minutes. Not hard, okay? So in that way you can do your custom thumbnails. Which every person will tell you is so critical and important. I have listened to people, I've listened to Sunny Lenarduzzi, Roberto Blake, Sean Kennel, Tim Schmoyer, Daryl Eves. All of those people talk about how to get subscribers, how to get your channel going, the proper way, how to do all of this. And so that's number one. Verify your channel so you can get great thumbnails, okay? And you don't even have to have 100 subscribers to do that. You can do that right away. You can do that with 0 subscribers. Verify your channel. Number one thing to do. Number two, brand your channel. So there's plenty of opportunities to do branding on your channel. And on this level, I'm just talking about your visual imagery, but ultimately you really want to think about your messaging, your strategy, your focus for your channel. Who are you there for? Who are you serving? On my channel, I always am speaking to my solopreneurs, personal branders, solopreneurs, personal branders, and entrepreneurs. And this is the first video where I have not introduced myself yet. I'm Andrea with the A.D.S agency, which is a full service marketing and branding firm right here in Atlanta, Georgia, servicing the Southeast and overseas as well. So we bring you global experience with a local touch. Here on YouTube, we are working to bring you the very best in marketing and branding tips. And that is for the entrepreneur, solopreneur, personal brander, that space of people. So some people say go even more niche than that. That's where I am right now. So that part of branding, messaging, but as far as the imagery goes, your channel art, your profile pic, avatar, whatever you want to call it, your thumbnails, just have a fresh look at what you and your video and your channel looks like right now. If you're starting from scratch, look at other people's channels and note what you like, don't like. What do you like about their thumb? When you look at all their videos, what do you like? What do you see? What do you not like? And then think about your own branding and how you can incorporate that in a meaningful way on your own channel, so that when people are scrolling through and they begin to see your videos out there, they can spot it and be like, oh, that's Andrea's video, that's the A.D.S video, because it's green, it's got green stuff all over, it's her face. You know, they start to recognize your imagery and your branding. Okay, so also number 3, be consistent. Be consistent. So not only in your imagery, but also in your upload frequency. How often are you uploading videos? Again, I'm doing mine once a week on Tuesdays. I don't always make it. I try not to beat myself up too much over that. But Sunny Lenarduzzi has said that these are like dates. You would not be late for a date, ideally. So if you say you're going to be on, which I say Tuesday, every Tuesday, my goal is every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I haven't put, sometimes I'll throw that out there, but I haven't put it in my channel art or anything. Ideally by 8 p.m. Eastern, but I mean, things happen, and people say you should like do a bunch of them at one time, do a series and all this, and I've not done that yet. So far, I'm just doing one video a week. Ultimately, I have a little goal to do more than that. So maybe 2 a week would be awesome. Hopefully I can get there. But they're all saying that volume of video library that you have built up, if it's good, it has good content, it has value for people, that's helpful. So being consistent in your frequency. Also, number 4, invest in decent equipment. So I can talk to you about my little scrappy entrepreneur days, and I still am a little scrappy entrepreneur, as I put it. Trying to get the cheapest of whatever I could, just to get started. And so I bought some cheap. You can still see this blog post on my website, the ADSagency.co. Right now, it was like a blog post about getting your YouTube video equipment for less than $100, or your Facebook Live video equipment for less than $100. And it was truthfully like right at $100, but it was cheap, super cheap lights. And I remember the bartender at the Gathering Spot, which is a place I used to work out of, kind of like co-working event space. And she was like, no, ma'am, because she does videos. She's like makeup and everything. And she was like, no, ma'am, this lighting is horrible. She plugged it in. She was like, it's harsh. Look at that. It's horrible. And here I am like worrying about like the location. I was like, oh, I want a cool couch. And I want this and this and this. And she was like, girl, you can set this up in your bedroom if you wanted to. But the key is that you have to have great lighting. It's so true. It's so true. So right now, I mean, my lamps don't count. But what I'm using is a lovely beauty ring, which is awesome. You can see the reflection of it in here. Lovely, awesome beauty ring. I mean, it's amazing. If you get like really close in the camera, it's like really pretty on your face, guys and girls. So it's really awesome. I'm never that close in the camera. However, this beauty ring has made all the difference in lighting. I got some other lights that were like LED lights, and I will use those sometimes, if I have to go off site or I just want to try something else. But honestly, ever since I got this beauty ring, which was it was a $200 investment, but so well worth it. Worth every penny. It makes such a difference. The lighting before, it was like really like fluorescent almost, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a video person. I'm just playing with stuff and trying to figure things out. So that beauty ring was awesome. Highly recommend it. These little mics, this is a Insignia mic, and I always feed it up my dress or whatever, and it plugs right into my phone. And it makes all the difference in sound. Everyone I've used it on is like, this sounds way better than just me when I use my phone. Of course, mics are great. Mics are great. And there's even better mics than that you can get. People talk about those directional mics and stuff you can plug in. And I'm sure at some point you need to get like a Canon camera or whatever, but equipment, invest in decent equipment, at least good lighting and good sound. Good lighting, good sound. All right, and that is basic. You know, try, at least if I were you, I would get this beauty ring. I would get these mics and a tripod. I have a simple little tripod back here. I could get a better one, but that's what I've got right now. All right, and please, 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 please pay attention to your background. So, you know, everything in your background should be purposeful. I am in a simple little place in my home studio, home office, and, you know, it's just a clean manila wall back here. I've got my little end table, my favorite guy, who's so cute. And, you know, these flowers are often here because I really like them. They're pretty. I specifically bought those for this kind of set. And, you know, sometimes this little lovely green box makes an appearance. Things like that will make an appearance. So I have seen people do backgrounds where they're just throwing it up and you know, they've got a computer light in their face and it doesn't look awesome, and they're not paying attention to how the frame of the video is, and you know, it's like angled up on their head and it's at the bottom of it looks weird, and like I can see your curio cabinet and mess in the background and everything's darkish, you know, and you're just not doing yourself a favor like that. You know, if people are taking the time to look at your video, you better look as good as you can that day. Take some time, groom yourself, guys and gals, and clean up your space, and everything in it should be purposeful. Everything in it should be purposeful because you want it there, okay? So your background, please pay attention to that. Editing. So I am in PC world. I'm not on a Mac. I used to be on a Mac. It died and I was gifted a Dell. So in that case, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro for my editing of my videos. If you're on a Mac, you would use Final Cut Pro ideally, or else you can use whatever, is it like iMovie Maker or whatever comes with Macs now. That's the freebie kind of software you can use. But if you're on a regular PC, like which a lot of my entrepreneur friends are, you're going to be using Adobe Premiere Pro. It is not intuitively user-friendly. I mean, you really have to spend time to figure out how to even maneuver in that space. You know, much like Photoshop or Illustrator or whatever, it's just a whole nother animal you have to learn. And so it is not overnight. It does take practice. I mean, I had to write notes. I had to watch videos and take notes on what people did and what did they click and where did they go and what did they mean when they talk about those things. And it does take a minute. Again, you could pay someone for all of that. But, you know, by contrast, I can give you an example of a videographer I met not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, and just asked them for a friend, what would they charge to do video editing? You know, and so a basic video minimum, this is probably low side, was like $500. When you're doing this once a week, no, I'm not paying $2,000 plus a month on video editing. You better believe I'm going to learn some of that myself. Thank you. When I'm rolling and a little baller, I may do that. But until then, you know, it takes some time. And if you're interested in learning how to do that, I can point you to some great videos that I used. I don't have to reinvent the wheel there, but I've always offered to my friends, if you want to learn, I'm happy to help them show them what I know. Number 7, optimize your videos. So keywords are super critical in your title, in your description, and even in the file name of your actual video that you upload. All those things actually matter for you being findable, for people being able to find your video in the first place. And I'm not saying I'm a super master at this. However, I know it matters and I do pay attention to it. And I go back now and I've had to, how many videos do I have now? Like 40 something, 45 videos maybe. And I remember when I first started learning all this, I had to go back to every single video and re-optimize those. It took some time. It's so much better if you know this up front, what to do and where to go. Again, many of those guys have wonderful videos out there. Sunny Lenarduzzi and Roberto Blake and Daryl Eves, and all those have wonderful, lovely videos about how to optimize your keywords and all those things. But I'll tell you a really simple thing to use, which several of them recommend, and many of them are sponsored by, but honestly, for a freebie tool for most of what you need to do right now, is awesome. It's called TubeBuddy, and TubeBuddy is my buddy. I am so happy for TubeBuddy. It makes keyword searching so much easier. And you can search and see the volume, and what you want to do is make sure that it is not poor search volume level where nobody's searching for it, or poor on the high end where everybody's searching for it and you are going to be lost in a sea of millions of people who have far bigger videos than you're going to be creating right now. What you want is a good level, and it actually like shows I'm a visual person, so it shows a little bar. Red is bad and green is good, yellow is okay, so in that nice green area where there's not too many search terms going on, not too many competition in terms of your video competitors out there for whatever topic you're doing, that's where you want to be. That's a little sweet spot. And again, once you lock down a title that will fit in that sweet spot, you want to use that title in your file name. You want to say it in your video, in your intro and whenever. So it's showing up in your captions that you eventually get. Captions are important. I get mine from rev.com. I used to type them out because I'm a very fast typist and I'm being cheap. So like many entrepreneurs. So I was like, I'm a fast typist. I can do this fast. And so I would really sit there forever after one of those Facebook Live videos, and I uploaded it to YouTube so I could get these captions down, so I could get the captions over to Facebook, so when people wake up it has captions on it. I can't tell you how many nights I was up till like 3 a.m. and beyond typing that stuff myself. It's far too much. It's far too much. You could pay a company like rev.com $1 a minute for your captions. So if you have a relatively short video, my video last week was 7 minutes. It's a $7 video, and right now I'm probably at 15 minutes. That's a $15 video, but it's so worth it, especially, I am a very fast typist. In high school, I probably was like max 120 words a minute. It was so fast. I was like, I attribute that to piano skills, crossover skill sets. But even with that, you can be so fast and it will take so much time. It takes so long. And don't let it be a 30-40 minute video. It's so worth it. Pay the money. It's so worth it. That is something worth paying for every video, is your captions and your subtitles and all that stuff. All right. So number 8, optimize your channel. So there are playlists. You can pull together playlists. And as Sunny Lenarduzzi points out, that's a good way for people to binge watch your stuff. So you can pull a playlist together, do hyperlinks to it in your descriptions, and I kind of just copy paste over the same hyperlinks, the same description stuff. After I do my paragraph-ish of what the video is about, I'll include like my, here's playlists for Marketing 101, here's playlists for branding, whatever, for career professionals. I might have 3 or 4 of those. And then I might link to some specific videos, which, by the way, those videos have gotten like the most views on my channel, the ones that I link to in my descriptions. I really should change those up, probably. And then, and it has all the kinds of ways that you can sign up for my email. You can sign up for my podcast, and all those things, So if people really, really want to connect with you, all the links are below in that description area. And that's also where you can include like your credits for music. Again, royalty-free music, but you often still need to include credits and things like that. Imagery credits, all that. So number 9 is like the most important. Number 9 is leverage your audience. So it helps so much. And I tell people this all the time. At this point, really just about everyone should be on audience building mode. You never know when you're going to need an audience. People need to know you, they need to like you and trust you. And that is how you motivate people to help you, to buy things from you, to whatever, to use your services, all that. So true. I cannot iterate that enough. And so leveraging your audience via social and email, your social media and your email. So right now I have a list of like maybe 500 people, close to 500. It's not a big, huge, fantastic list, but it's the list that I have. And I will email them about once a month, sometimes twice, if there's something urgent, important, I really have to get out there. But generally about once a month I shoot for a newsletter. I know people who are like, you should email your audience once a week. I think that's a judgment call per audience. I know my audience would be like, Andrea, you're doing too much. Please do not be sent. They will unsubscribe you in a minute. They can be my best friend. They're like, that girl's doing too much. Bye. And so I know people who do email their poor little audiences like every day, once a week, every day. Some people are almost every day, every other day. And it's so much. It's so much. So anyway, when you leverage your audiences, all that's to say, be sensitive. Don't be spammy. Be sensitive to your audience. Try to be sensitive to them, okay? And put yourself in their shoes and say, if I were in their shoes, like how often would I really want to get an email? So think about your email list. If you don't have an email list, that is before all of this. Please get your email list together. That's so critical and golden to your business. And so also, and I think this is so helpful, but I pretty much include a link to whatever my latest video is. And I change that once a week because I do videos once a week. So in my email signature, like my actual personal email for my business, I will include a watch this kind of a link, and it'll be the title of the video with a hyperlink, and I'll change that out. And people do they'll go pay attention to that, especially if you're out and about networking and you're connecting with people. People pay attention to that stuff. So, oh yeah, and sometimes I switch that up with my podcast. So I do have a podcast too. Every now and then I'll switch that up. Every now and then I will share that as a story on Instagram and say, hey, new video up on YouTube. Sometimes I'll do that for my podcast and say, hey, new podcast up. I did that just now for my last branding magic video, which is also on my podcast. I put that out there on Instagram, everywhere. That one went everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and in the stories. So it got lots of play and it worked. I love that. Statistics are so wonderful. Okay, so same thing for IGTV. So IGTV is a little newer. Again, this is August 2018. IGTV just came out like last month-ish. And so when I do IGTV videos, I will often say, because unless you're a big, huge channel at this moment, or a big, huge Instagram, if you have a huge Instagram audience, you're likely one of those people that can go over 10 minutes to go to hour-long content on IGTV. But for most of us, like my personal Instagram account has almost 4,000 followers. I miss A.D.S. everywhere if you want to personally follow me. And my business account, the A.D.S agency, which is everywhere also, except Snapchat. I don't do Snapchat. That one is almost 2,000. I think it's at 1,700 right now. So all that's to say that when I post to IGTV now and I upload a video there, I can only go up to 10 minutes. So I will say, we do much longer videos on YouTube. If you want to catch more of this, go to our YouTube channel. So I'll plug it there. Not sure if anybody pays attention to that yet or not. Another thing with regards to point 9 about leveraging your audience is doing special landing pages. So the past 2 years now, I have been leveraging my own birthday for things I want for my business. So this business is almost 2 years old. In October, it'll be two years. And so my birthday's in March. And so this past birthday, I put together a special landing page using lead pages, which I thought was fun. I got that point from Pat Flynn. Thanks, Pat. And so I did a special landing page, and I said for my birthday, I'd like support for my business. Here's all my channels. Here I am on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and here I am on YouTube. Please subscribe. And so, that was one of the bigger buttons and call to action messages on that landing page was to subscribe to my YouTube. And you can also subscribe to podcasts. So it was encouraging people, if you want to really give me a great gift for my birthday that costs you nothing, you can steal my idea. It's okay. It won't get played out for a couple years. So, if you want to give me something for my birthday that costs you nothing, that's what you can do. And point 10 are tips I haven't tried yet. I can't believe we're almost finished. I'm going to wrap this up. Okay. Tips I haven't tried yet, but we'll get to. So right now I'm at 215. I'm just trying to get to 300. In a perfect world, I'd love to get to 1,000 because that is the next mark on YouTube. You gotta get it to 100 to get your customizable link, your customizable URL, and you got to get to 1,000 if you ever want to monetize your channel. I'm not saying I want to monetize A.D.S. I'm saying they put that out there as a goal, and dang it, I will try to get it. Because I'm competitive like that with myself. I really want to get it. So now, and at the same time, I have a balance of, work and this stuff. This stuff is not for my clients. This stuff is for future clients. It's for people I want to help. It's for the people who can't afford A.D.S. yet. And I want, through this channel, to help people with marketing and branding for themselves. When you cannot afford an agency like me, like the A.D.S. agency, like our agency, when you can't afford one like us out there, or even a big agency yet, or you can't bring on a marketing person, because that's a full-time person, even a part-time person, or even an intern. You're just not there yet. Everybody has to start somewhere. I want people to have good information about how to give themselves the best shot possible from a marketing and branding standpoint, because the power that's there to connect your business goals to your marketing and branding communications plans is limitless if you know what you're doing. And this is not rocket science. You can do it. And that's what this channel is about. I want people to be empowered to be able to do that for their own business and not have to spend tons of money that they don't have yet. So, all right. These are the tips that I haven't tried yet. I will be doing that just to get to 300 followers and then beyond. So right now I'm at 215. I'm almost a quarter of the way to 1,000. So I'm just trying to get to 300 first. I can get to 250. That'd be great. So collaborations and influencers. People say do collaborations with other channels that are like your size. Work with influencers. People say do series of videos instead of individual ones. That's another thing I definitely want to try. So that way people can binge watch you and learn something over a series of videos. They also say to work on your community. So work on your tribe, comment on related videos and channels, build relationships on YouTube. And, they say that's really critically important. Honestly, I don't have time to do that just yet. I wish I had a little intern who could do that for me. Until then, I will do what I can trying to build relationships here on YouTube. I just the slightest bit do that, but nothing worth talking about. And then they also say to leverage and repurpose your content. That's another thing I could be doing better. A little bit do it now, but you could take little quotes or things you said from a video, make it an image to share on Instagram, on Facebook or otherwise, and always include a link back to that video. And the other reason you want to get a customizable URL, I just want to go back to this because I forgot to say it, and it's so important because I really use this on everything. Except right now, I changed out which you should change out your links in your bios on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, on wherever. Change out your links in your bios to serve as a call to action. Link in bio. That's like the number one thing you say on Instagram when you want people to be able to click on something and you're not doing a paid advertisement, of course, or whatever. Link in bio. So you can, I just did that for my podcast and it's done great. It's been my best podcast ever. I was like, it worked. And that's what I get for talking too long. I ran out of time on my equipment here. So my last most important point, I forgot to say this earlier, is one of the other reasons you want a customizable URL. Again, this is why you have to get to your first 100 subscribers, is because once you do that, you can get your custom URL here on YouTube. And you need that because then you can create a special link where if you just input everything exactly, and I will link below. I learned this with Sunny Lenarduzzi. Thank you, Sunny. You can get a special link where if you just share that link, whenever people click on it, they will automatically go to your channel. But first, they're going to be asked, do you want to subscribe to this channel? And 9 times out of 10 people will if they have the time, you know. And if not, they can click out of that and just watch your video as they want it to begin with. So do that. Do that. Stick it everywhere. It is normally in all of my bios. Right now I have a podcast I'm putting up as a CTA, but I said that's for a limited time only. So it will likely go away after today. And then I'll be back to my normal subscribe link back in my Instagram profiles. And I put that for real everywhere. My personal Instagram profiles, my business ones, my all my links and my email subscription. I mean, my email signatures and all that. Subscribe now. And sometimes when I, of course, when I do my email newsletters and stuff for A.D.S, it will be generally a link there where people can immediately click through and subscribe. So do that. All right. These are my 10 things that I learned getting my first 200 subscribes, my first 100, and then my first 200. And, people do subscribe every day. I wish YouTube had a way that we could thank people when they subscribe, because I can only thank people I actually know and I recognize them, by their YouTube name. But I mean, I don't have a way to thank people other than to tell you here. Thank you. If you're watching this and you subscribe to my channel, thank you so much. One other tip I'm going to give you right now is something I always say. There's a little bell. So once you hit subscribe, if you've not subscribed, please do so. If you find this content valuable, hit subscribe, and then you'll notice a little bell will pop up next to that. You want to click that bell. And this is part of your tips too. If you're trying to learn how to increase your subscriber rate, make sure you tell people click that little bell. Why? Because that way they can get notifications whenever your videos are uploaded. So we upload a new video here, you're going to get a notification about it. And my friends do get notifications, and I love it. I love when they get notifications, and it makes me feel so good when they get them. And, they actually like and comment. You can comment. I would love to know your tips. And certainly there will be people who know far more than I do. I am just sharing the little bit of stuff that I have learned from so many great people. Again, Sunny Lenarduzzi, Roberto Blake, Sean Cannell, Tim Schmoyer, Daryl Eves, and Pat Flynn, who I've just been listening to for a long time. He's got a great audience built here because of his podcast, and he built up his audience here on YouTube, leveraging that and his other social media platforms. So thank you to all of you wonderful, wonderful influencers who have taught me so much. Even though I'm in marketing, it's just a whole different space. I guarantee you there are a lot of people who I've seen it. They just do not know. It is like learning an instrument. It is like learning an instrument. It is not something you just pick up and you're like, oh yeah, I got that checklist. Boom, boom. I'm going to try to put together a little checklist for you if I get the time. If it's not up by the time I put up this video, I will definitely put it up here. Eventually you'll see it in the notes below, okay? In the description area. So again, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for listening. And thank you to every single subscriber I have today. I so appreciate, I'm so grateful for you. I will not waste your time talking about how amazing this is, but it's awesome. It's awesome to see. It's really cool figuring all this out. And I thank you for being part of this journey. So, all right. And that's it for now. We'll see you next time. Again, if you've not subscribed, subscribe below. And also you can check us on our other channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn on the A.D.S Agency. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.